This is an ode to my brother Leroy. When my brother Leroy passed away, I felt bad that he was all by himself. He had a heart attack as he came out of the post office in Mountain View, California, where he lived and worked. Someone called an ambulance, but he was dead on arrival at the hospital. We were in the process of moving him to Folsom to live with Velda and me. He had just spent 2 weeks with us and had gone home to get some Christmas presents he had bought for some of the family, as Christmas was just 2 weeks away. I talked to him the day before, and he said he would come up in 2 days, and as he had a few more things to get, he sounded kind of lonely, so I said, "Why don't you come sooner?" He said he couldn't because he had to go to Moffett Field to buy some of the presents. 3 days later, when we couldn't get him on the phone, a policeman knocked on the door and informed of his death and where his body was. The Mountain View police found my name and address in his wallet and called the Folsom police. I have over the years wondered, whenever I think of Leroy, wished I had done more for him and spent more time with him. I am certain he would have liked that. This poem is for Leroy. He was just 3 years younger than me. They named the little guy Marvin Leroy. He was frail, kind of small for a boy, and was in a hospital several times before he was 3. I remember he was slower than most, always having trouble keeping up with his sibs. And was often tormented and teased by other kids. Brother Chuck and I had many a fight on the way home from school at night because picking on Leroy brought out our danger. And we fought anybody, no matter the danger. Leroy did not do well in school. And after 3.5 years, Mom took him out. For the rest of his life, he never returned. Alas for him, a lot was not learned. He grew with Mom's love and care and learned from her right and wrong. Never did he cause trouble for anyone. And when he played with us 3 kids, he had fun. He got hurt a lot trying to keep up and do all the things that we did. He broke his arm falling down from a tree, fell down and broke a tooth while he was chasing me. Once he fell off the top of the barn, cracked his jaw and peeled his head, but he just kept on trying to be like us 3. He set bowling pins at the age of 13, while in Grand Junction, Colorado, and in California too. His hands were quick and his eye was keen. He learned how his job well, it should seem. He was later replaced by automatic bowling pins. And then he became an avid skater at roller rinks and soon became the floor man skating at the rink in San Jose, California. Sometimes later he joined me on my fence crew and in his brother Chuck's lumberyard too. He spent his last 21 years of his life at Moffett Field Exchange, mostly at night, where there he earned many awards for his honesty, also for his hard work and customer courtesy. He retired and planned to come live with Velda and me, but just before it happened, he died, you see. His 67 years of living were full of tenderness and giving. All his life, until he met his fate, Marvin Leroy never learned to hate. He was my little brother. And on the back of a postcard I found among his things was written the following words by someone who knew him. In this world of hate, you see hate all around, but it takes a greater person to find the beauty and to find the greatness of oneself or in someone else, even when you are at your lowest. That takes a real heart. Leroy, who has a real heart. Can I say something else? And I want to thank the cameraman and his crew. Thank you very much.